Well, hello guys, welcome to a Sonic FNAF video. Today we're gonna be reviewing these three, my old bootleg Five Nights at Freddy's figures. I actually made a Spanish version, but that one contains my old Funko figures too, the ones that are in best state. But because there's too many reviews of those in English already, well, time to review these, which you probably have seen mentioned so many times, but you have never seen a review of them. You can't understand. So for FNAF's 8th anniversary, I'm gonna bring out my old boyos over here and my first Five Nights at Freddy's figure. If Sky is watching this, don't worry, I have the official stuff. Please don't kill me. Now, let's pass on to these bootleg kinda handmade custom figures, you could say. So let's go. Let's start with my old favorite fella, Foxy. If you may think he looks very odd, and this is and you're right, this is a really old 2015 era Foxy. This guy is the most primitive version of an old bootleg Foxy from 2016. This guy came out before the FNAF Funko figures even were announced, and this guy has been with me for over 5 years, maybe 6. So I do love him, I can tell you that much. Got him, have you seen those videos from that really cringe FNAF stage play in Mexico? Yeah, I actually went to see that thing, and they had a little place where you could buy some figures. So in that place they had the old Springtrap, the old Foxy, and the old Mini Foxy. And Mini Foxy was the more cheaper one, so I got him. And this is the boy. He's still standing, only missing an ear, which for a bootleg that has literally fallen off lots of high places, a bootleg that has been thrown around, that has been submerged in water, that has literally gone to the US and then come back to Mexico. Yeah, he's not gonna lie, he's good, Now, if you may be wondering, no, like, it may look that this is like how it was scratched, but the only scratches are here in the mouth, because lots of the metallic stuff and red stuff was actually like that when I bought it. So just ignore that. This Foxy has a very primitive look. He can remove the mask. This is one of the first ones to have the removable mask feature. As you can see, we got that very ugly looking endo. But remember, this is 2015 FNAF. This is really primitive. At the time this probably was made, FNAF 2 was the latest FNAF thing. Okay? So, they had basically nothing to base it on. Which, yeah, kinda weird. But so, this is Foxy. He can move his arm up. He has the articulated hook. He can move his hand. He can move up his arm and also down, obviously. He has a waist joint. I never knew about this until today. I'm not joking. Yeah, I'm so dumb. He can also move his head. He can move his feet, like technically his leg, I don't know. And that's all Foxy can do. This is how he looks from the back. You might be saying, oh my god, why does he have 2 big holes? So you've seen the light up features with the old FNAF toys. Well, this guy was one of them. He had 2 lights. But because I mentioned that he's got submerged into water, they stopped functioning and I removed them, I lost them, I don't know what I did to them, but they're gone. Don't worry, they're really cheap stuff. I could literally just pop it off Freddy and put it onto Foxy and it would be the exact same thing. So yeah. But the important part is the figure. So, I mean, he's decent. He's really ugly looking, but I love him because he's my fella. He's my boy. He's been with me since I started being a FNAF fan. So, hey, thanks, Foxy. So let's move on, Foxy, and let's start with these, the most known FNAF bootlegs. Now, by the way, these are really outdated stuff. Foxy is the first version of the Foxy bootleg. So if it looks different to the one you see in other pictures, that's why. He's the most primitive version of the big Foxy. And these two were the old figures. Why? Because they actually got replaced with more stiff looking weird versions. Now these are still being made, so don't worry, but there is new versions of them. Are they better? No, they actually aren't. They look bad in a way. And they even made a version where they added fur to this Freddy, which makes no sense. Like, they actually made a suit as if he was wearing something. It was really weird. So yeah, let's pass on to Freddy. So this is the bootleg Freddy. He is a tall fella, and to give you an idea to y'all, this is a 4-inch Sonic the Hedgehog figure. And for you FNAF fans, this is Bonnie from Wave 1. Let me put him. I think that shows how big he is. He's not that big. I'd say he's a decent size. And by the way, this is how big the other Foxy is. Like, he is taller. He's still taller than the Funkos. So yeah, let's move him. Wait. So, this Freddy can move his arm. He can move his other arm. He has hand articulation. He comes with a microphone. And he can move his head, you know, he can move it. He can open his jaw and like munch you. He can do the bite of 87. And yes, there is a golden Freddy. And a Fredbear, I think. So technically you could just grab one golden Freddy and literally do the bite of 87. I mean 83, sorry, Lord. Sorry, don't kill me, please. He has a removable stomach for a weird reason, and that's exactly why I keep his arm up like that, so that doesn't fall off. He has his hat, because he is Freddy, after all. He has a removable mask, which is very tight. There we go, look at that. You can see his endo. This is more advanced. This came around 2016, no, this came around 2015 too. Yeah, 2015. So he's really old too. This guy also is based on old FNAF models. You won't believe me, but he kinda is. I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure he's based on an old model. Like, at least they use that as a reference, I can tell you that much. He has a movable... Wait, can he even... Oh yeah, look, he has a waist joint. Very tight. He can move his feet, so if you want to do that. And he has these eyes. He can move the eyes. You can have this. And you can remove the eyes. Why would you remove the eyes? And it's so you can have that creepy Five Nights at Freddy's one stare they pulled at you. Remember that? Yeah, you can have it. Look. And then you could turn on the lights. This one still has the lights in. Yeah, it looks weird, but I mean, that's how these things were made back in the day. And they are still being made like that. I don't know how they lasted this long. But they're still being made, and if you ever want one of these, I'm pretty sure there's the new Security Breach bootlegs. I might actually get Glamrock Freddy one of these days, because he's really, really cool looking. Maybe Banny. I don't know. I want to replace, not replace, but do a comparison between the Funko one. So this is Freddo. Now let's pass on to Bonnie. Same articulation. Bonnie normally comes with a guitar, but the seller didn't include it. So thanks seller from 2017, 2018. I can't remember your name, or I don't even know you, but yeah. He has the same stuff, but he has something way cooler. He has ball-jointed ears, right color eyes, something Funko can't even do. He has no upper teeth. He's accurate. How can a 2015 Mexican bootleg Bonnie have more accurate stuff than the actual figure from 2016? I don't know how, but it's true. So, and if you remove the mask, it becomes Withered Bonnie. Look at that. It's Withered Bonnie now. I think that's a pretty cool thing. So, like, you know, you can have him be Withered Bonnie. And if you want, you can do the same thing as FNAF 1 Freddy, where you could, like, just have him give you that stare. So, yeah. By the way, these do have detailed endo mouths. Minus Bonnie up here, he does not have one, and that is because he uses Withered Bonnie as a base, so they did not include that, only so you could, you know, actually make him Withered Bonnie. So yeah, let's put his eyes back on, and there we go, Bonnie. He's good. He's a good fella. He also has the light, by the way. This is how they look from the back. That's where the light is stored. That's the button. So yeah, Bonnie. And now let's move on to Foxy. Now, remember, this is a very, very primitive Foxy, but this would have basically all articulation normal new Foxy does. He has a stomach, so you can actually see his endo. That's really, really cool. He does have holes in the back, I don't know why. But yeah, you can see his endo. And it isn't as accurate, okay? I can't admit that, but he ain't as bad. He does have the tufts on the sides. He can move his arm up and down. You know, all the articulation these other guys have, minus the feet one. Now it's like the whole piece that rotates. And he has a ball-jointed hand, it seems. Like, it's very, the movement is limited. But, like, it's there. I don't know why. You can move his mouth and remove his mask. And this Foxy looks very, very odd. Because, again, first version. This guy does not have removable eyes. But if the later versions... if this was a later version, he would. He would be like the other ones. And this guy is also missing his light. Because this guy's light is actually Bonnie's light. Or Freddy's. I don't know. One of both, like, I think it's Bonnie's light stopped working, so I replaced it with this guy's light. And yeah, that's Foxy. So these would be the 3 bootlegs that I come to review today. Let me actually stand them. Now, they are kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say hard to find, but if you live in the US and want some of these, I think your best bet is eBay or actually going to Mexico and get them. You know, it's one or another. And this is how they look. and this is my good old pal, Old Foxy. So, thank you very much for seeing this video, and happy anniversary, Five Nights at Freddy's. It's really been cool forming all of these memories through all of these years that I've been a FNAF fan. It has its ups, it has its downs. Security Breach wasn't as good as I expected, I admit. But it is cool. It is cool being a FNAF fan. If you know what you're doing, you know? Apart from all of that lore shenanigan. So, yeah. Thank you very much, and see ya next time.